Yeah, what's good? Today we're gonna talk about scripting, making tools, all of that. And this is not a basic video. I'm not catering to basic stuff like things you can Google. Unless you ask them in the chat, and I'll talk about that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep it moving. Not to be mean or ruthless or anything like that. It's just so that you can get more of a mindset for scripting and making tools. So I promise you kind of 4 steps on how to go about this thing. So the 4 steps that I take myself through is I ask myself, what do I repeat often? What do I screw up often? What takes a long time? And what about my setup that stays disorganized? So if all of those 4 things are no, then I have no reason to build a tool. If one of those things are yes, then I have a reason to build a tool, starting with number one. Simple stuff here, but when all you have to do is just do a history and see what you do most often. And then that's your tool. That's your thing that you make a shortcut about. So, for example, I have in my op folder, my special op folder here, Vim HTB set or something like that. So when I do hack the box machines, I typically make a directory for it, and I make a dub folder for it, and that's manual stuff that I'm gonna do every time, right? So there's your script for that. Then let me see. Let's go into user local bin. Ooh, it's a lot of stuff in there. A lot of stuff. But I'll put all of this stuff here. I wanted to show you something though. I don't know where I was going with that. It's HTB. Vim HTB. So this is kind of the way that I automate HTB. The whole OpenVPN command. If you watch my videos, you already know about this, but I just do sudo HTTP, and it just connects me to my my VPN there. I probably screwed up because I just set myself to have another connection, and that's probably not good. But yeah, so things I repeat often, right? Let's go back to Commander. So one thing about my Commander tool, and I guess this is relevant as well. If I go to Vim Z, whatever this thing is, and that's actually in my home folder here. So let's go back here. This isn't necessarily scripting, but it's useful. It's useful information when you want to get around your Kali instance quickly. You do an alias, so I don't want to ever have to remember X clip, selection, clipboard, and all of that. So I just put copy as an alias. So I mean, you should, damn it, WQ bang. So for example, if I do echo test and then pipe that to copy, all I have to do is paste the clipboard and then test it there. Same thing for passwords. Instead of remembering that long command, because I'm not going to remember that long command. So me, that's one of the, like, aliases are very powerful. And again, that's not scripting per se, but then again, it is at the same time, right? Because this is a script, so whatever. Same thing for, I often CD into my King of the Hill folder because I'm doing King of the Hills often. So I just type, if I just do a horizontal here, cough, and then that's going to put me in King of the Hill. And then same thing for fix commander. I'm always fixing on my commander tool, which a lot of people have been interested in. So instead of doing Vim and all of that, I just type fix commander. And it takes me there. I screwed this up a little bit here. What? And then if I do, why is that like that? You see that? I don't know what that's about, but let's see if it works. And yeah, that's gonna put me in my battlegrounds folder for HDB. So I don't have to again have to type all of that out. I'm good there. So that is the power of aliases. It's one of those things that people know about. I'm gonna close this window because it is not acting right. So it's one of those things that a lot of people know about, but a lot of people kind of forget the power of aliases. So definitely, if it's something that you do often, start doing aliases ASAP. I go to fix Commander. I'm always fixing on this tool. If you haven't been introduced to this tool, this basically is my whole life. I started out with just, I just could never remember what's up. What you said? Did you figure out the cat dog triangle machine? I haven't figured that out yet. We can kind of do that on the back end of what we're talking about here. Did you figure it out? I knew it was. We were almost there. We were like very close, but just moving on, just continuing. Just could never remember this command, so boom. And then arguments here. So if I do commander tech IEX, import and file, then it just puts it in there, right? And it just spits out a good command that I can use. And these two commands are the first two that I was like always using. And I was like, man, I'm not about to try to remember these commands because I got probably 100 more. Blood. I got like 100 more. So I'm just gonna do that. And then it's gonna give me all of these weird switches. A lot of times when we look at tools, sometimes your switch, that was the first machine I ever did when I first started hacking. The cat dog machine. Okay. That's what's up, man. Sometimes this U is lowercase, sometimes this U is uppercase, and depending on the tool, I don't got time for none of that. I don't got time to be trying to rack my brain about that. So instead of, I just let the tool do it for me, and then I just type my parameters in here. So have a help file because this file is super massive. So I need help when I forget how many. The correct term is not functions. When I realize how many, what's the word I'm looking for? How many things that this thing can do. So help will give me boom. Well, if I want to mount something, let's just use that, whatever the case. And then drive, I don't know. I think it's like dev SDV. I'm probably screwing that up, and then I might do home here. And then it'll just give me a nice command there, and then I can pipe that in the bash. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to mount anything right now, but you get the picture there. SMB commander SMB, and then I do like an IP address, and it'll give me that, and so forth. So it's pretty neat to not have to memorize all of that stuff. Clear some windows. I wanna learn how to step enumeration machines, manual move out, WinPs and LinPs. Windows machines. Yeah, man. We could definitely yeah. For Windows, it's we can go through some of that, but it takes a while to kind of actually um understand the operating system. Um yeah, we can go over that in a few minutes. Um, so this is pretty much it for bash scripting. For me, when I can't do anything in bash or PowerShell, depending on what operating system I'm on, then I'll switch to Python or something like that. For example, I don't know if I want to. I'll probably show you guys. Maybe I got it in here. Maybe I don't. locate xfill. Okay, none of this stuff is it. I do have an xfill script where I use what is that tool? Scapy to create packets and exfiltrate some stuff. So if you want to create something like super complex like that, you're gonna have to use Python. Let me see if I could find the tool. I'm gonna come over here. Xfill. Here it is. Xfill.py. Yep, here it is. I'm gonna have to copy this and paste this over here. I can't do that. Okay, so this should work. Test. It don't matter. Paste. So basically, what this does is it's going to accept. First of all, this is Python, so we probably should go up here and do something like what? Why is that visual? We gotta do shebang slash bin Python. And then I think everything else is self-explanatory, or at least if it ain't. Basically, your destination IP address, and it's basically the same setup as my commander script as far as the arguments go. But essentially, you are, and this is for the victim machine, by the way. You are basically saying, hey, take the output, just basically cat this document and put it in the queue name portion of the DNS packet and then send it straight to where I want you to send it. It works pretty well. I don't know if I need to do Python test. What? Oh yeah, that's wrong. No module named docx. So you see, I'm already having trouble. Okay, so there's the error. The 127 0.0.1, and then we could do T. Wait a minute. Let's do a cat echo test test.text, and then this is more for like once you're on the box. Now, obviously, there are other tools that can do this more efficiently, but I did this project just to, I guess, to prove a point to one of my colleagues that you could definitely exfil over any protocol. Now, obviously, like there's IDSs out there that'll catch it, but if you can evade the IDS, you can get, and you can do any port here, and then if you do Wireshark, I don't know what interface is going to be on. All right, so let's just listen on any, and then we'll do that. It says error. Why? T test text. I don't know what the error is. Let's look. Um, Maybe that, I don't know. So it's going to open the file and it's going to file read lines. Let's see if it at least gets here. Print test. This is kind of like my bootleg debug here. To see if it gets there. It does get there, but then it gives me an error before. It gives me an error here. So maybe I don't know what's wrong here because I haven't changed anything and it works. I'm pretty sure it does work. Is Scapy imported? Let's see. Scapy is imported. Let's see. Let's see if it gets here. Print test 2. So it gets the test 2. It might just be going straight to error for whatever reason. Print test 3. Okay, so it doesn't get here. I don't understand why. Packet. Maybe it doesn't have any data to join. Uh-uh. It does actually. Let's do without a port. Still getting error there. But I've done it on a video before. I mean, you know, you can go back and look at that video. But I just don't understand what it is here. This should definitely work. Is it the fact that we are using Python 3? No module name docx. I don't know. SR1 packet. Let's Google that really quick for Scapy. Maybe they changed the are you supposed to do this? Look at switch argv2 file location, switch argv3. Can we print the packet? Let's see if we can print the packet. Make sure the packet looks right. Calling string packet on Python 3 makes no sense. Okay, whatever. I'm thinking it looks good. I don't know. But it's not working for some reason. But this is a pretty dope tool. You just gotta take my word for it, bro. It works. I just have to. I don't know why it's not working on my Kali, but it works great. I have it packaged in the executable on my Google Drive somewhere, and it works great. It actually worked. If you, I think I did a C2 video a while back or something, and then I did it on there. It works pretty well. I just don't understand why it's not. Let me look one more time to make sure I don't have anything like weirdly indented or anything. try, and if boom, exfil. Let's see. Yep, I don't know, but whatever. So basically, that's pretty much it for the scripting part. I mean, I don't really have a whole bunch to say about scripting. Uh, just basically, when something takes a long ass time, or when you mess it up very often, like I do at a lot of commands, or when it's like you can't really get things organized. It's like, let's just say, for example, let's go here. Let's just say, for example, you had all of these like OVPN files and you wanted them all in a folder. You could just do like CD. Let's put it in a folder that makes sense. Home, Kali, OVPN. Uh-oh. Make dir. And then you can be like, for OVPN and locate star.ovpn, do copy OVPN into home, Kali, OVPN, done. And then you can have this run often. Like you can have this run like every 7 days just to reorganize your stuff, or like every night. But that's and this is obvious stuff, but I'm really doing this video to remind you of the power of scripting, and kind of motivate you to do it a lot more often. And then even if you own a Windows machine, which you probably do, you want to do that on Windows. I know even at work, I got like probably almost hundreds of PowerPoint slides, PDFs, docx files. I'll just do this, but in PowerShell, which I'm not going over PowerShell today, but I'll just do this in PowerShell probably every Monday, and just reorganize things so that everything is in the folder that I want. As far as me, I like to because when I think about a file, when I say boom, I want to uh, my boss wants me to pull up this memo that I did, I don't know, a year ago, right? I know that that's a docx file, so I expect to see a docx folder on my desktop or my documents or wherever I have it. So all my folders at work are labeled by extension first, and then from there I divide it into the subject, and then like the sub-subject, and then etc. So that's really not what this video is about, but I think my fourth point here as far as making tools is staying organized. You don't want to be disorganized, and scripting helps you do that because it gets super monotonous to have to like go find files all the time and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and run this command, and then if I check, obviously ls home Kali OVPN, all my files are there. I don't really need this like this, so I'm gonna delete this, but it's just a quick reminder of what you can do with that. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox as far as scripting. I guess if you got any more scripting questions to sit me up, I'm gonna go ahead and address this question that I got about Windows. And we're going to have to first, I'm gonna have to do some spring cleaning here. Sudo ps no ps elf grep open VPN. Actually, I could do a script for this too. This is the perfect thing to do a script for. So normally what I see when I'm trying to get things working is like, if I have like rogue random ass open VPN OpenVPN configurations running. Yeah, a for loop is yeah, it is essential. If I have some rogue ass Open VPNs open, what I want to do is I think I could just do like cut F1. No, you can't do that. What else can you do? I've done it before. PID. Damn. Let's see if it caught it here. PID. It didn't get it there either. But there's a way where you can just say, I'm gonna look this up really quick because this is one of those things that I'm tired about too. Bash tab delimiter. Okay, awk. So it'll be all it is, and then awk tech F T. I don't know why it's like that. Rinse to what? Oh, I don't need F. Okay, I'm reading this thing, but it doesn't really seem to be working. Backslash not last character online. What does that mean? I don't know. I did it. I did it this week, man. That's another reason why I say, man, definitely try to remember. Oh, so they did it like cut field to the yeah. That doesn't work, bro. I don't know where they're getting these. Yeah, I don't know where they're getting these. I don't know where they're getting these from. It clearly isn't working. Let me just try to not do grep here. We're gonna move on, but there's a way that you could definitely do this. And then what I was gonna do is loop through all of the PIDs for OpenVPN, and then yeah, but try double quotes instead. Yeah, let's try that. Try that one. Let's try that one. Backslash not last character at line. Let's Google what the hell they're talking about. What? Oh, oh, oh. So it says that, well, I don't know if I need to read this carefully because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. And this makes it confusing. Backslash not last character online. Double backslash is joint. Hmm. Alt tab. What? Maybe I messed up when I took the F out. Yeah, I did. It looks okay. So like something about that, but then it's like still not parsing correctly. Maybe these are not what I think they are. Maybe they're just like, but I don't know. Big waste of time, bro. Big waste of time, man. I think there's a tool that automatically just delimits with the. Maybe I was doing my print statement wrong because there's spaces here. Nope. 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 So anyway, we'll just go ahead and start just killing stuff. Fine. um. PS Tech Help. But I did, yeah, I definitely did it on one of those videos, on one of those what's the name videos. You gotta remove that by default. You should work without that. Let's try. Print two. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's try single quotes. Oh, well, that did something. 3, 4. Okay, that did it. Thank you. You're always coming through, man. So I want to kill all of these because I don't want any OpenVPN. So I'm gonna just be like for PID and all of these do sudo kill tech 9 PID done. What do you mean? No, oh, okay. So all my OpenVPN should be gone. So PS tech F, and I'm gonna actually save that to. Yep, I'm gonna save this to my commander tool because this is gonna be really useful, especially when I'm like when I'm about to go into like a King of the Hill, and I need to like attack quickly. Like I don't need anything like messing up or running and screw me up. So if $1 equals, is that right? Yep. Kill open VPN. Let me see. I need some quotes around this one. Just echo paste phi. Let's see what we have to escape here. Pretty sure we gotta escape something. I gotta escape this, and then I think I'm good. Nope. Let me see. For the probably escape that. Escape that. That. What? What do you mean? Why is it? Why is it weird? Oh, escape this. Still weird. Escape this. No. Escape these. Still nothing. This? No. Let's just see what happens. Can't give me an error, actually. Matching. Oh, this thing. Yep, that did it. What? Syntax error near phi. And it should be line 480 something. Yeah, it is. Something with my command here still. That's escaped. Print for boom, boom. I don't have to escape that, I guess. I don't know if that's gonna do anything for me. This is acting weird on me. So it shouldn't have to escape these. It's not be weird there. Oh, what the hell? Did I do my? Let me make sure I did my. Oh, then, bro, damn. Yep. So that'll do it. So all I have to do is pipe that into bash, which we won't do that because I don't want to kill anything else. And then it'll just kill all the open VPNs. So I guess we can test it out. sudo ACB. And then I pipe this in bash and then killed it. So that's what we want. So I'm gonna just go into sudo ACB. And we're gonna pick a Windows box to work with. But I'm thinking instead of probably, you know what? Let's kill that again. We might want to go with sudo try hack me and see if there's any Windows boxes where we want to walk through kind of the enumerating Windows machines manually. So there's 5 ways to enumerate. Well, 5 things you should be thinking when enumerating a local Windows machine manually. The first thing is just go ahead and try to find um, low hanging creds. So if it says SSH on the box, look for IDRSA, which probably not, but don't let that be the thing that you miss. Um, Firefox, you can dump creds with Firefox. If you see Firefox on the box, just Google Firefox how to dump creds, and there's probably credentials there. Obviously, you're gonna look on the desktop, things like that, and you just want to rule that out completely. So a lot of times you're not gonna find that on harder boxes, but you just want to make sure that that's not a thing. The next thing you want to check is the registry. You're kind of looking for the same thing here, but just make sure there's not any passwords or any weird things going on with the registry. I got a video that walks through this, by the way, so there's that. And then once you get the registry and the like checking for like loose passwords, the next thing you want to look for is just random like non-default scripts and files and things like that that are running, that may be running privileged. Look for those, see what those are doing, like PowerShell scripts or whatever the case. You can't find that. Next thing you want to look for is like the non-default programs. So look at your program files, your program files 86. Look at and look at the Windows directory and all of that, just to make sure that there's nothing that doesn't belong. If you don't know that, you can get a fresh instance of server 2016 or 2019 or whatever you're doing, and then compare that list with what you're doing. Now, I'm not gonna spoon feed you. You got to go out and get that on your own. I'm just like here to bounce ideas off of, right? So I'm not gonna be. I like to provide the community some stuff, but like simple things like that, like I'm not gonna do that for you. You got to go out and get that on your own. And then if all of that, if you don't find anything there, my final thing that I would do is I would look at this is probably the first thing actually, damn. But I would look at the user's permissions and privileges to see if they're in the privileged group, to see if they have any. So I do a who am I /priv, and then I would do a net local group, and then net. How do I check for domain groups? I would just Google all of that, but checking for groups and checking for privileges. Now, the interesting groups that come up are server operators. You can do some damage with that. Account operators, you can do some damage with that. Obviously, administrators, you can just go ahead and just get root, right? And then a few more. There are a few more that are out there, but those are the three that are interesting to me as far as privileges go. SC impersonate privileges is always going to be interesting. Backup operators, no, SC backup and SC, what was the other one? SC restore are going to be two interesting ones. They got a few more, but those are the ones that I can name off the top of my head. Those are the 5. If you don't get anything there, then probably a loose 6 is to see if there are any services that are running internal to the network. So maybe you didn't get that service when you nmap the box, but if you scan internally to the DC, now you see port 80 open, you go in there, maybe that that program is running as system or whatever the case, boom, you get some command execution there, maybe it's vulnerable, whatever the case, and then you're good. And then I can go into some more advanced concepts, but that should get you through the OSCP from a local context. Those 5 things. But you have programs that you may have internal an internal SQL database going on. You might have to SQL inject some shit out of there. So that's always a thing. And it just gets more infinitely complex as you go. There's sometimes you may see a weird chat program going on, and you have to do some stuff there depending on what you see on the internet. Maybe that'll help you out. If you are running NTLM v1 or just one of the old LM versions, you can do a challenge and response with the Windows Defender binary to send yourself a file or send anyone a file, and then it'll respond with a challenge and response. You take that and then you crack it, and it should be easily crackable if it's NTLM or if it's NTLM v1 or just LM. It'll be easily crackable. And you do that with responder. So that is like the best rundown I can give for Windows is really easy to me because I work on it all the time. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to find a box to struggle with it. I'm just going to basically say that I'm going to find all of the low hanging prevent stuff. And then, of course, if I run through all of that, I don't get anything, then I'm going to run WinPeas. So we could kind of walk through that same process that I was just talking about on one of these easy boxes. But yeah, I'm very, as you see, just that rundown. I didn't have to look at any notes or anything like that. I'm very comfortable with Windows. Linux, I would kind of do the same stuff. Um, can you explain it? I haven't heard that one yet, bro. This one is sick. If you do it with if you have NTLM v1, that's the requirement, because if it's NTLM v2, it's not going to be crackable, and you're just going to be wasting your time. It's going to give you a challenge and response back. So let me go back to what a challenge and response is for everybody out there. If it's not Kerberos, I'm getting some spam there. If you're not running Kerberos, right, you're going to automatically be running NTLM. So it's either one or the other, as far as I know, right? NTLM always sends a challenge and response to communicate between SMB and another computer, or whatever the case, like a service and a computer, or whatever the case. I don't think I have a. Yes, I'm gonna walk through that. So let's walk through that, bro. Actually, did I kill it? I know exactly the perfect box for that. We're gonna have to go back to HDB. And then let us go to hackthebox.eu. But again, it's like, I mean, I would, with this technique, definitely take this one with a grain of salt. You have to manually set your Windows environment these days to NTLM v1. It's not going to automatically be running NTLM v1. You can do a check on that just to be absolutely certain. But it's going to typically be running, unless you got like an old ass version of Windows, like super old, like XP old. And even then, it's like whatever. All right, so we're going to go to labs. Then the box that we're going to be doing is APT. My one of my coworkers recommended that I do Meta too. He said he really enjoyed it. He's a straight up beast though. I'm not a beast like him. But yeah, he recommends that box for the people out there that are into active boxes. I don't really have a whole bunch of time for active boxes at this point in my life. I really wanted to just get up to hacker, and then I was like, good. I'm just gonna let my skills kind of like push me forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get like instant root on this box, and then we'll go back and pretend that we are a low privilege user, or we'll actually get a low privilege user, and then prevest again with the whole what's the name? Where is my methodologies? Here we go. I don't know what just happened there, but let us. Let's pull up HCB. Is it HCB? I think. Yep. And then I'm doing this over here, so let's just put it here. These are my trusty dusty notes here. They're a little bit more than what I've been giving out, but whatever. So we'll go focus on APT, and then I'm gonna go all the way back to the end where it kind of tells me how to log in as administrator. Do I have APT already in here? So clear commander host 10 10 10 13 APT dash that felt like it was too quick, but it's in there. So I should be able to run this just fine. Fingers crossed. I thought. Let's see if it loads up. I don't know if it's gonna. Okay, so I think what I have to do is go back, because I think it wants IPv6 address, which is fine. We could do that. Clear Etsy host. There you go. And then the IPv6 address. I wish I was more comfortable with IPv6, bro. I really do. So I think it's going to be a thing very soon. Let us paste this. Paste clipboard. Let's try that again. This should work. Boom. All right. So what we're gonna do is what can we do? I was going to net user Henry. I think his last name is Vincent or something like that. Henry Vincent. I like how we just like abandoned the whole scripting thing. We're on this now. I'm not doing any more scripting, at least for the foreseeable live stream here. Henry Vincent. Okay, I got him. Henry Vincent ADM. And then we'll do password 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. What? Is that not right? Is it Henry Vincent.adm? That's without the dot. All right, how about net user? Oh, it's underscore. So we're gonna take over this account, and we'll just make sure so that everybody knows that I'm not cheating you. This account is not privileged. Well, I think it's privileged to an extent, but it's not like it's not actual administrator. Send ADM. So if we do a net user priv, what? Not net user priv. It's who am I? Am I priv? We'll see that, like, not really much to work with there. Like, you're not getting nowhere with those. It's not happening, right? Yeah. I mean, this is powerful, but I mean, all you're doing is adding machines. Is like, okay, you added a machine, now what, right? If we do, who am I? Come on, don't do me like that. Oh, damn it. Who am I? Damn it. Who am I? Slash all. We'll see that he is not in any like crazy big groups. So I'm not cheating. He is definitely, he has ADM at the end of his name, but he's not an admin, right? So what we could do though, to pull off this attack. And by the way, I know I said earlier that NTLM v1, it works on NTLM v1. If you have a very, very weak NTLM v2 password, like if someone set their password to password, you may have a chance with NTLM v2. So Windows is going to, especially in a enterprise environment, Windows is going to complain at you if you try to set your password to something really simple. So that defeats that. So what we'll do is we will do a vertical window here, and then we can just, I don't know, SMB client, no, SMB server. I don't know my SMB server syntax, bro. I think I could just do like, let me get some help here. There's no examples. I like examples, bro. It don't really matter. Cali, there. I think that works, right? And so if I do another split here and just do IPA for my Hack the Box machine, that's my Hack the Box machine. And so now we can go forward with the command. But first, we have to open up yet another window horizontally and do responder I ton 0, and then that is sudo. What? Oh, it's a capital I. Right? And so it should be listening on. No. Okay, I screwed this up. Let's exit this. Let's not do that. And then let's start this up. All right, boom. So you don't have to start a SMB server. My bad. Anyway, I thought you did, but you don't. And I think I actually have to add something here, actually. Other key. You have to add boom, LM. Right? Yep. And then I'm going to copy this from a write-up here, or someone else's write-up. I don't know where I got this write-up from, actually. And it's trying to run. Why? Paste. It's trying to run, bro. Okay. I don't know why. So we'll just type this in manually. C program data, Microsoft Windows Defender platform 4.18.2.1.0.2 4-0 slash mpcmd run.exe scan type file. So this while I type this out, this binary is running as system. So we're going to definitely get the system password, and then from there you can do a DC sync. So boom, this is the hash. Oh, it's going crazy on me. This is the hash here. So basically you have to, from here, you have to take this hash. Well, it's not a hash. Let me stop saying hash. This is not correct. This is not correct terminology. Let me look at the camera when I say this, bro, because this is serious. This is not correct terminology. What this actually is a challenge and response. You're going to crack this and get an actual hash. So it is what it is. When you crack this, you're going to go to, what was that site? there is a site that you can go to. I'm not going to do it here because it's going to take a little bit. Crack.sh. So I can pull it up really quick. There's also some other things that'll crack it on Kali, but you have to kind of like make sure your stuff is set up correctly. Mine is not, and it is not by default. So you have to kind of go to sites like this. And then it's a little bit, is this it? Get cracking. And then enter token for pricing. NTLM v1 is free. I'm pretty sure. It's free, so whatever. I think last time I checked it was free. But when you do all of that, you're gonna come back with this hash. And this is an actual hash. This is an actual hash right here. So this converts to this. So you just gotta take my word for that. It's gonna just take way too long. You can. I had trouble doing that, but you definitely 100% can NTLM Relay X with this. I've never gotten it to work, but I've seen the proofs of concept and I understand how it works. It's just for me, I don't know if I just misunderstood where things go and how many things you have to have running. But yeah, definitely 100%. So from here, all you have to do is, I'm just going to copy this from right up here again. Secretsdump.py. And then as you see, the hash is here. What the fuck? And then if you just push enter, it's going to dump everything from the DC. I only got administrator. Obviously, if I just did that, it's going to dump a whole lot more. And like if you're like a red teamer or something like that, maybe you don't want administrator right off the bat. Maybe you want to get some of these other accounts so that you don't look as suspicious. Maybe you want the ticket grant the Kerberos user so that you can make other damn, I can't think today. So that you can make other domain admins. So that's a golden ticket. So that's basically how you do that. So Kerberos is like the answer for Windows to get away from NTLM, but some things are just going to always use NTLM, and it's just unavoidable. So, yep. But again, I don't. If you're doing OSCP or if you're doing a box, I don't expect this to be the way. Not like this. I don't, because I think this was even unintended for this box. This was not the intended route. But things do run that system, like npcmd run.exe is running that system, and that binary can reach out to a SMB share. Both of those things together are dangerous. So that's what you get there. Yeah. So let me see if the intended route for Pervest makes any sense to go over here. I don't think it does. I think you still have to on here. They actually did NTLM Relay X in the actual intended route for this box. As you see, I didn't do the intended route because the NTLM Relay X for this, you have to convert it to IPv6. And that's no walk in the park. It's not a walk in the park over here. like DeMarcus Cousins said. It's not a walk in the park over here. He's I got stuck on Privest AD machine. Oh yeah. So all of those 5 things that I walked through, and I don't mean to like plug myself here, but I have a short video, and the video isn't like super, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not super, I don't know what I'm looking for there. it gets you, one thing that I try to keep from doing when I talk to people is getting super in depth unless it's necessary. Because if I try to get super in depth past what I've already done here on this video, um, it gives you very um, rigid expectations. And so you expect things to be one way when in this field you just have to be an aficionado. That's just basically what you have to do. Yes, you can get some basic methodologies to start with, like some things that you're going to aim for within the first 10 minutes. But then the rest of those minutes, you have to be an aficionado where it's like you love this shit, you breathe it, you'll die for it. And so when you are researching, it's actually what's the word I'm looking for? It's actually lifting you up and making you feel better and not worse. You know, if you get into a problem, as the problem thickens, it should excite you. If you get into a problem and it's actually draining you for whatever reason, probably go back and work on your methodologies more. But yeah, I would caution anybody from trying to get specific technical advice, like really specific, like how do you prevent on Windows? Well, that's kind of specific there. Like it's not going to be the same way every time, right? Is there a site like Lawballs or GTO Bins that shows which binaries call out the shares? That's a great question. I think for that one, I got that one from the Law Bass. I think I got that one from here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I mean, other than this, I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to say other than this. I think these the two that you mentioned are great, and then anything beyond that is like either kind of like you might have to just ask around as far as like what people have run into. But as you see here, it can download files, and then if it can download files, then all you have to do is just download it from an SMB or whatever the case. But I think the ones you just mentioned are probably great. Like I don't think there's nothing better than those two out here. But yeah, this is kind of like my video here where it'll walk you through like in the first 10 minutes, bro. In the first 10 minutes, you should run through all of those files that I mentioned there. And I'm just gonna be just to hammer this home. First 10 minutes when you're on the box, unsecured credentials, registry keys, non-default file scripts, applications, privileged group membership, and elevated user privileges. Run through those quick. 10 minutes. If you have to script that when it's on, you have scripted it, fine, do that. But that should be boom, 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 boom. You do that, 10 minutes is up. Your brain should be like at this point fired up for more. And then you can go with these additional bonus tips here. I mean, I don't know what I was talking about in bonus tips. I don't really remember. I can't lie to you. You just have to go through the video. And then it's like, don't just take the video and be like, all right, I'm ready. Nah, bro. It's about you have to be somewhat addicted to what we do. And that's going to get you over the edge there. My video is not going to get you to pass OSCP. You're going to have to take the video and start the foundation, and then you got to build the fucking house, bro. I'm gonna give you the foundation. IPSEC is gonna give you the foundation. All these videos are gonna give you the foundation. But if you don't build a house, you're gonna be sleeping in the cold, man. You're gonna be getting rained on, man. And that's what it is. Like, if someone is telling you any other thing, they're lying to you. They're really lying to you. Because they call it ethical hacker for a reason. Like you're above. If you want to be an ethical hacker, penetration tester, if you want to be in this field, you're cut above other people when it comes to this stuff. DC sync. I just did a DC sync. Is this a DC sync? Is this known as a DC sync? So I mean, it's basically a secrets dump. Let me look at my notes so that I don't get the terminology wrong here. Because I will tell you something and then be like, what are you talking about? That's not what it's actually called. No, well, yeah, I kind of screw stuff up. That's just DC sync. This box Sizzle has DC sync. So basically with DC sync, you have two you have, oh, well, I mean, exploiting it is just all about getting, what did I do here? We can obtain the hash using this hash, we can log in. DC Sync Administrator, HTTP. So this is the DC Sync command, but DC Sync is nothing more than just, bro, I don't want to mislead you here though. Yeah, I don't want to mislead you. But I can tell you that the basic premise behind DC Sync is you have two domain controllers. One is the active one and one is the backup one. If you can get rights over the backup one, you can get that one to DC Sync with each other, and then you can get a hash. And so that's basically what they're doing in the sizzle box here. I'm not going to walk through this because I think it's a bit of a pain to get to this point, but I can kind of walk through it in words here. So what did I do here? Power view, get object ACL. When this object which possesses what the fuck? Let me just make sure that I'm good here. So I normally would have a extended right. What is the actual? This isn't a good box, bro. This whatever they're talking about is not making sense. I did it on, what is that thing? Egotistical Bank. .local. That one makes more sense in my head. That one, maybe I wasn't right in my I think it was Sauna. Bro, did I think I screwed up the, I'm pretty sure I did Sauna here too. Cali. Okay, maybe not. But in Sauna, if you ever do the Sauna box, which I highly recommend that you do, you'll see that, damn it. You get access. Can I get your Excel for learn all stuff? Yeah, I'll send you the Excel after this. It's no problem. But essentially, you get in this box, you get access to Service Loan Manager at Egotistical Bank.local. You own that user. And then when you do a Bloodhound, you'll see that you have get changes all. Is it get changes all? Yes, you have get changes all over the whole domain. And that's like, that stands out like a sore thumb. And if you do that, all you do at this point is you put your stuff here, and then you just do DC Sync Administrator. You can also use the DC Sync tool, but there's no point in that. They're both DC Syncs. So secretsdump.py with a user that has get changes all over the domain. Those two together are DC Sync, just like if you were to run the DC Sync command. I don't run the DC Sync command because secretsdump.py is just awesome. But yeah, it's not hard. That's basically what I'm basically saying here. It's not hard. Once you understand, and I think I do have the write-up somewhere. Once you run your Bloodhound and see that you have get changes all over the domain, it's as simple as typing this command with your user here, and then just DC user administrator. Boom, you're gonna DC sync that joint. So, I don't see my, man. Yeah, DC sync is not, once you understand it, it's not, it's one of the easiest things you could do. It's one of the easiest wins you could have. It's just, as long as you know to look for get changes all, or something dealing with replication, or I think it's get changes all. I have a video on this, by the way, too. So let's go back to the video. Like, there's way harder stuff in Active Directory. So definitely go ahead and nip this one in the bud for yourself. It's here. And then, damn, they changed up YouTube, man. They're always doing ugly shit with YouTube. Um, so DC Sync, well, not DC Sync. You're looking for either get changes all or something deal with replication. And yeah. So, man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that feedback. I do want to help everybody, but at the same time, I don't want to help you so much that you don't get to have a say. Like it should be a discussion instead of like me just always barking knowledge at you. Like because if you don't think for yourself and you don't if you don't move like you instead of like me or like Ipsec, like you're gonna struggle. So even though I try to give you information, I just try to the easy stuff. I'm gonna like boom here's the easy stuff. Like more difficult stuff, I'm gonna give you like a starting point, and then I expect everyone to like go out and get on their own because again, it's like you're gonna struggle if you're used to being bird fed. So I just like to tell everybody when I give you advice, take it with a grain of salt. At the end of the day, it's really more about mindset. You know, it's really more about getting after it. Ooh, that's a lot to say. I was gonna ride that. You said that you worked on the cat dog thing. I want to work on that some more. What's the day? Tuesday. I'm gonna try to find something cloud based tomorrow. I don't think cloud is in like as much of a demand as I thought. Although it's everywhere, I don't get that. Everybody uses cloud, and some companies haven't gone fully to cloud, but they still use a lot of cloud. Like it's a lot of cloud going on. People still there's not an appetite for it, and I don't get why. But whatever. When the appetite does start to pick up, I'll do that. But I'll probably work on some more try hack me tomorrow. Maybe a Windows box. I don't know. I'm gonna get off though. I got to go work out, and then I got a meditation practice that I like to do in the morning, and then boom, 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 start moving through the day, start conquering stuff, killing shit. So you guys be good. Definitely keep in touch. I'm gonna send you. I don't know if I got your email, Mohammed, but if you can look through my channel and find my email and just email me. If you already emailed me, my bad. I get a lot of emails. So yeah, that. So but just hit me up and say, hey, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like if you hit me up and say, yeah, morning bro. Yeah. If you hit me up, I'm gonna definitely respond within 30 minutes unless I'm super busy. So definitely send me an email so that I can send you back the Excel. It takes me like 2 seconds and it's all good. To everybody else, bro, I appreciate y'all coming out. Yes, do that, please. I appreciate y'all coming out. I gotta go. Tomorrow, we're gonna think of something to get in here and do and crush. So y'all be easy. Damn, man, we signing off. Peace.